recommendations in just Apex general. So, I'm gonna recommend some loadouts, but first of all, I'll just give you a few tips. If you haven't already, if you're getting like beamed, just say I have a gun like a Mozambique and I'm going like this and shooting like this. I've talked about this in one of my streams before, but if you're just going like this and shooting just like that, you're a lot easier target because basically all you're doing, or for the opponent, it's as easy for me to shoot him like this. I suck with the Mozambique. Shotgun. Wait, that one tapping, that's so strong. Okay, yeah, and basically the way to prevent that is strafing. So simply by spam crouching and like jumping, especially while you reload, it's essential because just say you'll shoot your 3 clips, then you'll be out. So you have to reload, so you have to strafe. So because you're vulnerable while you reload. They can kill you all they want and you can't fire back. But if you're strafing, it's a lot harder for them to hit you. Which is how a lot of gunfights can be won and lost. Because, and another thing is when you're strafing and you're reloading, will cause them to use generally their whole clip. So you will have an upper advantage on shooting them after their clip is done. Which means basically, all you have to do, and this is another thing for aiming, just say if someone is strafing, but they're strafing more in like this, aim at their feet. Because basically by aiming at their feet, if you aim at their head and they crouch, you're gonna miss, like up there or so. But if you aim at that feet, you always hit them. And if they're moving side to side, that's basically just on your tracking. Just try to track them well. And a good way you can do this is just get your friend and get them to run like normally and just strafe around or whatnot, and just shoot them. What was that? I swear I just saw like something roll down here. Okay, there's just a few tips. I'll get into the loadout. So I'll start this off with a loadout no one uses, I'll admit. But it's not that bad. It's a Sentinel and a Mozambique. So, because with the recent buff in Season 5, you can charge the Sentinel, and with only 2 shield cells. So, you can kind of get where I'm going with this. You need hammer point for this to work. So you'll hit them once with the Disruptor, which will crack their shield no matter what. Then you can switch to the Mozambique, which is really strong if they don't have shield. And you can replace the Mozambique with the P2020, it's your choice. I just feel like the Mozambique, it hits harder than the P2020, but if you miss your shots, it's not as good. Yeah, okay, I don't need this anymore, okay, then another thing I want to recommend is depending on the player you are. So if you're really aggressive, I would recommend having an SMG, and a shotgun, which I can go and grab. Grab some light rounds. So this can be the Prowler at the 99, which is, and the Prowler, like literally the game before I went into this, I double scope wiped with just the burst Prowler. So the difference is, you're probably thinking, oh, an R3 on a PK is better. But it depends. If you're insanely aggressive, you'll want the upper hand at close range engagements because you'll get in someone's face and then laser them. You won't be like standing all the way back here and shooting them from here. But you can still relatively hit your shots from because it's an SMG. Oh, and the Peacekeeper is a sniper. Just if you don't believe me, just that was almost 100 damage. It's crazy. And same goes with the Mastiff or the Eva. I'll admit, you can use a Mozambique with hammer point, I guess. You can just kind of do that and then just bop them. But I would not recommend that. And now getting onto the insanely aggressive thing, if you're not a massive fan of shotguns, I did not mean to pick that up. I would highly recommend rocking 2 of these things. This is a loadout I really like, just 299s. And this is optional, you can put a 2 bruiser on one for your further range engagements. I kind of like the 2 bruiser, but I really like iron sights, or these iron sights on the 99. I'd recommend getting a cool skin. Well, not a cool one, but for the iron sight. And the 0.1 works really well as well. And even the original I like quite a bit. Since the recoil is quite a bit harder to control. Yeah, I didn't mean to pick up that. And you can also rock Prowlers. which are a cool SMG, I guess. Personally, I think the Prowler is a little bit stronger than the...
Ready, I
Oh, hello.
go.
Okay, bye, Billy.
Bye.
Yeah, Billy's in the party. Yeah, so the Prowler is... I think it's a little stronger. I would recommend getting extended mag. Or if you find extended mag, it's a lot better because you only have 4 bursts before reloading. Because it's only that. And although the extended mag is crazy, because you get 7 bursts, I think. And it hits like a truck. Automatic mode is basically 999, but I think it's got a bit less recoil and it hits harder. I do think the auto Prowler is better than the R99, although the difference is the R99 is the R99 from scratch. Like it's a fully auto, incredible SMG. That was terrible accuracy. Actually, this whole time has been terrible accuracy, I'll admit. Okay, then we'll get on to some different loadouts. So, let's talk about... Oh, just quickly get over a few light bullet ones. R3 on 99, pretty standard. An assault rifle for further range, medium range engagements, and an SMG for up close. So, I need some light rounds to reload my weapons. And on that topic, if you're more comfortable shooting an R99 at ranges more like that, I would recommend getting like a G7 Scout, because this weapon is strong. So for your range, you can pop this on. On this, I'd recommend a 3 times or a 2 to 4 variable or a 2 bruiser, or even a 1 core plus. Yeah. I'll try and move this along as quick as possible. And you can also replace that with a wingman, because the wingman is the wingman. I love it. It's a very strong weapon. I have to go have my dinner, but on that thing, on the final note, they're just some recommendations. And another thing I would also recommend is SMG, like an R99 Prowler with a sniper rifle. Coming! And don't sleep on the Havoc. The Havoc is so strong. And just an idea for respawn. The thing that's broken about the Havoc is that you don't, like, it's got 32 bullets from scratch. Add extended energy mags, and then give it like 20 bullets. That would make it fair. That's all for the stream today. Sorry, I kind of had to cut it short for my dinner. Thanks for watching.